kind of thing. And I said jokingly, I didn't know what motivated me. I said, I'm going to study nursing. I'm going to study nursing with the last drop of my blood. And everybody was like, hey! DJ Neptune, your boy Charlie, I'm a bad guy, but you know the one I believe like the mad one. Hey, 100%. What else? Suspect hates mathematics, but she's a nursing student, level 300.
When I'm leaking now, I'm in military, and the crazy place, how many millimeters, man, go on. Back it tell me upon my baby, got the face like a choro, baby, condition like a roro, baby.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are joining me here for the first time, let's do a quick introduction for the newbies. My names are Afolabi Simisolua Naomi, popularly known as Naomi Lux. So welcome to Naomi Lux Story, and to my returning subscribers, you know the drills. So I'm sure from the title of this video, you already know what we're going to be talking about today. So just relax. Trust me, the story of how I transitioned into nursing as an art student with no science background is a long story. But for the purpose of this video and to help those aspiring nurses, I would try my best to make the story as short as possible. So yeah, before I start the story, I want to tell you a backstory. Before I start the story, I'll tell you a backstory. So like, there was this time in school, because I attended the boarding school from my SS2 to SS3, like SS2 and SS3, before I wrote WAEC. So there was this time I jokingly said in the midst of my classmates, I said, I'm going to, they all knew I was an art student, obviously. I said, I'm going to be a nursing student. I'm going to study nursing, or I'm going to be a nurse by profession. And I said, and somebody was like, how are you going to do it when you're an art student? I beg, Mama Jare, sit down, that kind of thing. And I said jokingly, I didn't know what motivated me. I said, I'm going to study nursing. I'm going to study nursing with the last drop of my blood. And everybody was like, hey! So till today, anybody that knows me, that attended my school, anytime they do like this, they're trying to mock me. Trust me, they tormented me with that word in my school. But today, look at me. I'm a 300 level nursing student. Yes! I want to yay! Don't play! So, it's not by my power, it's by the grace of God. So, I want to just let you know that whatever it is you want to do in this life, provided you put God in front, it is possible. In fact, impossible is far from it. In my family, we have just two nurses. One of them is no more, so it's just left with one. So both of them are my aunts. The one that is no more is one of the reasons behind me being here today, saying I want to actually study nursing. It's it's apart from the fact that it's a personal decision, it is a call from God and an honor to my aunt. May her soul rest in peace. So now I made up my mind that I wanted to become a nurse by profession in SS2. A lot of factors contributed to it, trust me. Growing up, I never ever thought I was going to find myself in a medical field or medical department. Even though a lot of people told me, oh, you should be a nurse, you should be a doctor, you should study pharmacy. Anybody that sees me, the only thing they tell me to, like, whenever it comes to career path, is always in a medical field. And I don't know what they see in me because I'm an art student. Like, how do you expect me to do that? So when I made up my mind that I wanted to study nursing, I embarked on this journey, not alone, with the grace of God. Like, He saw me through it all. So after I graduated from secondary school with a WAEC, with my WAEC certificate, JAM, all arts department. So the first JAM I ever wrote, I got 211 or 211, I think, or 210. Yeah, I can't really remember, but it was two something. So immediately after school, obviously graduation, a lot of my classmates then in secondary school, they already gained admission. Some of them went to Covenant, Babcock, Bowen, because we have rich kids in my school. So like um they went their way and I was just left thinking about life. I stayed at home 2 years. Now, I want to tell you that no condition is permanent, and sometimes delay in your life does not mean that you not feel your destiny. Or sometimes when you are delayed in life, does not mean that God hates you or you are just unfortunate. Sometimes there are some delay that is meant to be there to accelerate the speed that God wants you to experience. That 2 years of my life that I thought I wasted, I went through a lot. I was depressed. I felt like, okay, I want to end this all. I don't have any purpose. What do I want to use my life for? I even said to one of these my closest friends that I had then that I don't think I was going to go to the university because I don't even know what I want to do. What am I going to do with this art certificate? Initially, I wanted to, initially before I entered senior secondary school, I wanted to study art because I went into the art department because I wanted to study theater art. But then my uncle sat me down and he was talking to me one day in one of these conversations. He just said, so if you study art, you go to university and you study theater art, what are you going to do with your life? You see that on act movies. Is that all those your big dreams? Is that how they will come? Now, I'm not trying to tell you that because you are an art student, it does not mean that you will not make it. Or even if you want to study theater arts, everybody's call are different. And trust me, not because of what my uncle said, that I decided to become a nurse because it's not going to live my life for me. It's a personal decision. Enough of my story. Now, these were the things that helped me during this journey. I prayed to God and I read my book. I read my book. As in, I read waiting no good. Sorry, guys, I can be like this sometimes. So, what happened was immediately I left secondary school. I registered with one recommended um lesson. It was a tutorial, a tutorial class where they like train and coach students that want to write for exam or NECO. Started for another WAEC. I wrote WAEC. My results came out okay. The only ish place I had problem for my WAEC like was maths. I hated maths. Every time I complained to my mom that I didn't really understand what was going on with the lesson and the rest. And she had to get me a private tutor. So this man taught me maths, physics, chemistry. So both the dubs, my knowledge, everything, I used it for the maths because I knew I had issues with the maths. But the rest I wrote. And now I want to tell you another thing. Just know that there's no knowledge in this life that is a waste. While I was in SS2, I remembered I said I was going to drop biology. I was not going to do biology. Even got to the point that the first biology class that they had when I was in SS2, I didn't attend the class and all my classmates went for that class. Then the teacher had asked them to come and call me. And I remember her saying to me that who gave me the right and the effrontery to say that I was not going to do biology or I was not going to offer biology and the rest. She told me that for now that I have to do biology, that when I get to SS3, I can try to drop it. So note now, I reluctantly I stayed for the biology class. I wrote it. I wrote the exams and the rest. I couldn't drop it. So do you know that this teacher actually made my love for biology come out? It came to reality. I saw my strength. I saw that biology was my strength. When you even go to SS3 where other students dropped this biology, I did not drop biology. I was now the only man standing. That was what one teacher used to call me, the only man standing. So I was the only art student in SS3 offering biology. I used to sit in the midst of science students. And when they will see me, they'll be like, Naomi, what's wrong with you? Why are you giving yourself stress? You're an art student. What do you want to use this thing for? Drop it, I beg, drop it. Mind you, that time I didn't know that I wanted to transition into science. I just loved the course and I decided to just write it in WAEC that maybe I was going to look for something to do with my life. During my second WAEC, I didn't find it difficult anymore to write the biology because I already knew biology before then. So my biology was bomb. A Make some noise. After the whole process of writing WAEC, it now comes to the jump. Guess what I got in jump? After all the suffering and everything, I got 198. I couldn't climb 200. It was so devastating. Do you know that somebody made a statement to me that I am a waste of resources? Not my parents. My mom will never say that. My uncle, because at that time it was the one that wanted to sponsor me into university, like to like into nursing school and the rest. Guys, the plan of God for you is not the plan of man. Today, I'm in 300 level. My uncle is not the one paying my school fees. See, guys, sometimes some situations that you are in are temporal. Do you get? They are training. God is trying to God is trying to nurture you for something great. Know that if you are watching this video. So where did we stop? So yeah, my jam was 198. I was supposed to get 230 or 240. This was what happened. My strength was English, biology, and physics. So I didn't really know chemistry because the time frame to teach me, you have to know the basics. Organic chemistry was the case of another day. So what happened was I was trying my best during the exam, during the CBT, to like answer chemistry first after I finished English and biology. And my biology questions were only five that came out. I don't know the way the system shuffled it. It was only five out of 40. So biology was my strength. I did being biology was the whole 40 questions that came out. I think I should have failed only one. I should have gotten the 39 because I know biology that well. So it was only five. That is where devil village people wanted to follow me, but more hey God. So I wasted my time on chemistry instead of me to go and do the physics, because I knew physics better than chemistry. So while I wasted my time at the end of the day before the system went off and I couldn't beat up time. When I was not able to answer about 25 to 30 questions like before my system went off. So obviously that was part of the reason I didn't answer some questions. That was part of the reason why my mark was that low. Now, news flash. What happened was I applied to LASUM, Lagos State University. I didn't go there. I didn't apply for nursing because I know that there was literally no government or federal university that was going to give you admission into their institution with any mark below 200. See, even if you get to 225, they won't give you admission except you are going to a private university. So what I did was that I applied for physiology. So when I applied for physiology, and obviously when I checked their cutoff mark of physiology, it was 175 at that time, maybe 180. Do you know that these people could not give me physiology? Guess what they gave me? They gave me biochemistry. I didn't think it was even microbiology self. I would have managed it, use it to whole body small. They gave me biochemistry. What was I going to use biochemistry for? I left. I wrote nursing exams. I remember writing for LUT. LUT, they showed me Shege. Shege Banza. That was what LUT showed me. They sold their admission form for over 8,000 students and they admitted only 100 students. Nigeria, scream corruption, corruption, corruption. So while I was preparing to go to Delta State, the my mom recommended that should I just go to the nursing school where my aunt finished from, the one that's late. That the school was very good during that time, that maybe I should just go there. While I was preparing to go there, I almost got scammed safe because I was trying to buy from online. Some people used to lie with the name of God though, but that's not the reason why we're here. Let's proceed. So while in the process of trying to think of another nursing school, I even wanted to buy form for army, is it army college, army nursing college, I mean navy nursing college, I can't really remember. While I was in the act, there was this my classmate that I have not talked to for long. So one day randomly, she was the one that messaged me, right? I can't remember, but we just got talking, sha. And I asked her what school she was in and the course she was studying. And she said she was studying nursing in Catholic University. And I was like, where is Catholic University? Because I've never heard of Catholic University before. She said it's in Ghana. And I was like, oh wow, that kind of thing. So when I told my mom, I was like, this is my friend that's studying in Ghana. My mom was like, ah, no, that anything that's outside Nigeria will be very expensive and the rest. So that was when I that statement alone self just discouraged me to even go further. But when I meant is that I was going to study nursing with the last drop of my blood, I meant it. And I'm very, very glad that God took that statement from my mouth. So I called her and I was talking to her that she should run me through of how the admission is like, the cost and everything. So at the end of the day, the cost that based off that time in 100 level that she told me everything for school fees was something about 600,000 naira. So one way or the other, God provided, and I was able to come to the school. Coming to the school, if I tell you how much I'm paying now, hey God, I beg, I'm paying quadruple the amount. So I just want you guys to know that sometimes when you are delayed for certain things, it's not the end of the world. Just be calm and pray to God. Sometimes God is trying to look at your action, the next step that you take. Had it been I settled for the biochemistry, I would have been a 400 level student in biochemistry that does not know the left from the right. Coming out and I will begin to carry file up and down looking for where biochemistry is not a bad course, but in Nigeria, you cannot use it. If you, I doubt, except you have connections. So if you intend to study biochemistry and work abroad, that's fine. And besides, that was not even my call. I'll tell you, I'll make another video talking about how I knew that nursing was my call. So, yeah, that's all I have to say for you guys. So, if you guys would like to know a full detail of my course combination that I wrote in WAEC, how I prepared for my jam, that's if you want to study in Nigeria. I failed, sure, but my advice can still be useful to you. Or if you plan to actually, and I forgot to add this, coming to Ghana to study nursing, I didn't need any jam. All I did was work. That's what I'm telling you. And Nigeria frustrates students. I'm not telling you that it's all rosy here, that there were no times I've cried or there were no times that I found things difficult. But I'm very, very sure that if I was pursuing this nursing degree in Nigeria, by now maybe I would have hanged myself. That was just an exaggeration. But yeah, I just want to use this video to encourage you that nothing is impossible. Put God first, and I want you to know that nothing is impossible. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, if you know you have not subscribed to my channel, it's not easy. I literally recorded 30 minutes video and my mic was not working. You push click on that subscribe button, you will not die. Thank you guys. Share the video, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video.